Looking to stock up on high-quality Ayurvedic herbs? I've partnered with two of my trusted sources, Kerala Ayurveda and Gary and Son, to offer you 20% off their entire range of authentic products. From classical formulas to single herbs and seasonal must-haves, these are staples I use in my own practice. Use code Ojas Oasis for Kerala Ayurveda, Ojas Oasis 20 for Gary and Son. Links are in the show notes. Supporting your healing journey just got a little bit easier. In Ayurveda, nourishment isn't only about what we take in for the body, but also what we offer the heart. That's why we're honored to share Aura Cacao, a ceremonial grade cacao we've chosen as a dharmic partner for the Ojas Oasis community. Aura Cacao supports meditation, heart-opening rituals, and moments of conscious presence. As an exclusive gift for our listeners, use Ojas Oasis 20 for 20% off, and you'll find the link in the show notes. Welcome to Ojas Oasis, the podcast where ancient wisdom meets the modern being. I'm your host, Sasha Brashadsky, Ayurvedic doctor and guide on this journey into the heart of holistic wellness. Welcome back to Season 8 of Ojas Oasis. This season begins with a life update that feels less like a chapter and more like a quantum leap. I've moved to Austin, Texas, and the past few months have been nothing short of magic. An intricate web of synchronicities, miracles, unfolding at a pace that has stretched time itself. Some days have felt like entire lifetimes, shaped by tectonic inner and outer shifts happening at lightning speed. There were moments where the velocity felt almost too much, until I remembered who I am, why I'm here, and what I am devoted to. When I remember that this path is Dharma, and that it is walked in devotional love, everything recalibrates. My body softens, my nervous system exhales, even rest becomes an initiation. This journey of building an Ayurveda clinic from vision to reality has been a sacred dance between action and surrender, between my fiery Pitta drive and a deep return to the divine feminine. And there are three pillars that have carried me here. First and foremost, my devotion to the divine and to the Dharma entrusted upon me. When you are asked to carry a sacred torch, there is no alternative path, only service, only integrity, only forward motion in love, and to honor the lineage that makes this work possible. Second, my friendships and community. My heart overflows when I think of the people who have nourished me, believed in me, and expanded my capacity simply by standing beside me. No poem could ever capture my gratitude. So instead, I choose to live it. A life as poetry. Gratitude expressed in motion and in stillness when needed. And third, my teachers. Those who have walked this path long before me, who initiated me into this lineage, who continue to pray for me as I step into a new level of responsibility and service. Austin has embraced me with open arms. Casa de Luz, the wellness village where Ojas Oasis has found its physical home, feels less like a location and more like family. It is my great honor to step into the role of Austin's village Vaidya and to open the doors of Ojas Oasis as a living, breathing space for healing. I am so excited to share this journey with you all, what it's taken to bring a soul vision into form, the lessons along the way, and what it truly means to build something rooted in devotion, community, and ancient wisdom. May the divine continue to protect and guide our collective healing journey and bless this space. Let's get to our chat.
I have not sat in this seat, like metaphorically,
It's been a long time. We used to do, I feel like, a lot more weekly check-ins or like recordings, and now it's been a good amount of interviews lately with guests.
Yeah. And a lot of life happening.
So much life.
That as well, which you have so much to
So I don't even know where to be. Like, I know I'm technically hosting, but like, where do we even begin? Because it's just so much.
Where do we begin?
I'm in Austin. I have moved to Austin, Texas.
Yep.
Let's start there.
As of
As
last time I
of
saw you, did you fly from like my apartment to Austin?
pretty much
Like the next day
the
or
next
something.
day. The next day, I flew to Austin for a Christmas party. I got here on Christmas
Mhm.
Eve, and I haven't left. That's the story.
Mhm.
It's so on brand because I always buy one-way tickets, and I'm always just like, let's see, let's flow, let's see. I had a feeling.
Yeah.
I think I told you, I was like, I'm going to go to Austin and set up shop and just live there. But I didn't really know, like, even up till New Year's, I was like, maybe I'll just fly back to Chicago. And then uh, I didn't feel like I was supposed to leave. And then I got this incredible opportunity to open a clinic here, which has been my dream for so many years. And I didn't know how it was going to happen. I was like, I'm going to need to get investors. I don't have the capital to just start on my own. But the stars aligned, and I had a feeling that they would. I didn't know how or when or where. Or, I mean, I kind of felt Austin was the place because I had been to Austin 3 times in 2025.
I thought so. You had been there several times.
Yeah, I kept coming back because I was like, this is feeling, I don't know, there's just all my decisions are made incredibly illogically. They're just like so not logical. They're all intuitive. They're all based on feeling. Like I don't really, this thing up here, it is, I do utilize it for practical execution steps. But when it comes to like
Yeah, of
making those
course.
big life choices, I don't know, maybe it is logical to trust how you feel in a place. Maybe it is more logical than we even realize. Like,
Right. Yeah, something in me was saying or wanted to say like that. I don't think that you lack the thought process. I think it maybe is just built into your feelings or vice versa or something. I don't really know how to relate the two things, but I don't want to dismiss your intellect as well, which is involved with,
it is. It is.
you know what I'm saying? Those two are linked somehow. So
I
I'm
do.
like, no, don't
You're right.
discredit yourself in that way.
Yeah.
But I know what the point is that you're trying to make, that it just, you go based on what things feel, but it goes through
I
there too.
have radical self trust, I think is what I
Yeah.
probably like I'm trying to say, which I know is people are very often, and I've been like this in the past too, where you're at this fork in the road of your life and you need to start making some like big decisions. And we come across this a couple times, not that many, but like a couple times where we're like, where to move, where to work, where to root, where to settle, like who you partner with in this life is another big decision. So those are the biggies: where to live, who to be with, and what are you going to do for work. So those decisions, I have been in the past when I didn't understand, before I went on the Ayurveda path and learned about myself, I really didn't know how to trust myself. So until you like know who you are and what you want and why you're here, what you want to
Hmm.
do with this time, what you want to do with this lifetime, it can feel overwhelming to make these big life decisions.
Yeah.
But then once you
Yeah.
figure out what you want and what you're here, like once all that solidifies, you've done the work, you've sat with
Hmm.
yourself, then it actually starts feeling I kind of do want to say the word effortless in a lot of ways. I mean, there's a lot of efforting to get to the point of it feeling like effortlessness, but in the
Hmm.
actual moment where it's time to be like, oh, yes, it's a fuck yes. It's just like such a full visceral somatic experience of knowing. And I do think
Hmm.
that women have this very intuitively, this connection to our bodies where we just like know when it's right and we know when it's not. And I think we should keep encouraging each other to like, especially as women, to just be like, you do know, actually, you definitely like when you say, oh, I don't know, it's like, no, you do. You do.
Hmm.
Just you're
Yeah.
feeling
And
it.
I think part of
Mhm.
and self-trust too is knowing when to not trust yourself. You're like, don't, not right now.
Yep.
You are in a different way right now, or something where you're
Yeah.
like, don't, this is not the day to make this decision. Or why don't you just make this one and not these three decisions? Or like, you also have to know when it's like, you're off. Don't trust yourself right now. Okay. You're
100%.
under the influence of something,
Yep. Yep.
right?
Yep. Yes.
Oxytocin or something. So I think you're good at doing that too, where you're just like, it's not yet. Oh, we need more information. You need to melt off whatever it is, whatever high you're on or something like that sometimes can influence. So I think you also are good at recognizing that too, when you're like, it's not decision-making time right now yet.
I will say the best time to make decisions, really the big ones, but honestly, also, I will also say the importance of all the teeny tiny micro choices that we make in a day also are actually add up to be the big choices too. Because
which is Ayurveda.
Right. That puts us on a trajectory of our entire life, all the little decisions every single day. But the big ones, I'll say, when there's no emotional charge, when you are in a state of samavritti, when there's like a neutrality, a non-attachment to an outcome, that's the best time to make the decision, because you're not mixing in things that are fickle, like like emotions. But the feeling, like the intuitive feeling, is different from excitement, anxiety, fear over, like, it's different than that, because you're not going to feel rushed to make the decision. You're actually going to feel really like calm, relaxed, and content.
I know what samavritti means, but explain it for those who don't.
So sama is basically means balanced, and vritti are those changing wave states in the mind, the thoughts, this landscape inside of our minds that's constantly bouncing around like a ping pong ball. And I mean, most of us live in that state constantly, where we're just constantly thinking about random things all over the place, like a cat, like playing with a ball of
yarn. You want to know what I'm thinking about now?
What?
I'm thinking about Marty Supreme, because you just...
Oh, ping pong ball. Sorry. Yeah. I still haven't seen it.
I was like, wait, I really want to ask Sasha if she's seen it. I really want to know if she's seen it.
I'm going
to... We'll see it before the Oscars, okay?
Oh, because he's going to win,
Trust me.
He's going to win.
Oh, he was nominated yesterday, they announced?
I was a little bummed Ariana was left out. I'm not going to lie. Because I thought she was left out, and I was like, oh, because I thought she was going to win this time.
Oh,
Wicked 2,
man.
she was...
I
was bawling my eyes out.
I'm sure. She's incredible.
Yeah. So
her acting on like a micro level is so good. She's so natural. She's so good.
I'm a little heartbroken for her, but it's okay. She's going to go on tour. It'll be fine. I mean, her life is great, but I just still felt like she deserved the nomination at the very least, because she did an amazing job in the part 2. But
there's a lot of good films this year, so it's tough. It's a tough crowd. Well, anyway, you have to see our boy Timmy before the Oscars come out, because I think he'll win. He's so good. It's so good. I would see that movie for nobody but him, because it's such a stressful movie.
Oh, I don't know.
It's just so intense.
It's
intense. And I'm like, I wouldn't do this for anybody but you, Timothy.
So it's like the uncut gems, like the Adam Sandler.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Where you're just like, oh my God, this guy is a disaster, but he's so charming, but you're like, fuck, can he catch a break? It's so bad. And Gwyneth, come on.
We also love our Gwenny.
Yeah. Oh man. Yes. Yeah. It's really, really, really good. But you have no relief for like 2 hours. You're just like
on the edge of your seat, like, come on, get it.
Yes.
Whatever it is.
But anyway, he's gonna get his flowers, I think. Anyway, okay, so we were talking about vrittis.
Right, ping pong.
Which was my exact example of like, it is so hard to tame those things, because you're just like, that's exactly your point.
This is why most of the time I have a whiteboard and I have a planner and I have 2 different calendars in my phone, because I don't want this to live. I don't want all these thoughts living in my head. I actually also really believe in journaling, getting stuff, obviously meditation is, we talk about meditation all the time, but how to empty this thing, exercise, right? Any form of detox, sauna, being in one of those flotation tanks. We talk about mauna, practicing silence. There's so many different practices you can do.
I think a whiteboard is brilliant. Sorry to do another tangent. Are you watching Pluribus at all, or have you heard of it?
Pluribus? What is that?
Yes, Apple TV. I'm not watching it, but Matt is, but he's kind of pulled me into it. It's like number 1 on Apple TV or something like that. But I will not go on too much of a tangent here. But she's a writer, and she has this huge, behind these gorgeous wood cabinets. She throws open these like sliding cabinets, and she has this big whiteboard behind it with all this, and then you can slide that one, and there's another whiteboard behind it. And I was like, that is my dream. If we all had a whiteboard on in like our living room where we could just go wild on all of our or the things that we need to get out. And then you have another one behind it. I think I would be healed. I need that somewhere in my life. Like you think about, but what you're saying, it's so helpful to have those channels. You're talking about journaling. I write things out on small notebooks, but I think if we all could have some big space where we just had, maybe not all of us, but many of us could use something like that.
It reminds me of Russell Crowe in Beautiful Mind when he starts like drawing on the windows.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
We might all end up
we could all be that.
being that, but as long as it's not permanent marker, it's fine.
Yes.
But no, I made a new friend a couple days ago. By the way, you know me, I'm not shy, but like no one's shy in Austin. Like everyone is super down to just make new friends. Like, hey, like I was invited to a stranger dinner last night with someone in my building I met down the street.
Stranger dinner?
Yeah, like 8 straight. He like came up to me. He's like, "You're glowing. You look so." I was painting my Ayurveda sign, hand writing with a paintbrush. It was nerve wracking because I didn't want to, you mess up and then you have to like start all over. It's a whole thing. But anyway, I was glowing as I was painting my Ayurveda sign, and he comes up to me. He's like, "Hey, I'm hosting a stranger dinner this Thursday night. I'd love for you to come."
Literally called a stranger dinner?
Stranger dinner. And everyone at
Have
this
you
dinner
ever
was
been to a
super
stranger
cool.
dinner?
No. But he looked
I've
normal.
never been to one technically called a stranger dinner. I've been to dinners where I don't know anybody, but that is hilarious to call it that. I love it.
He's a personality. Like he has a show. It's called, he's a personality. He very radio voice, like very like outgoing guy, very confident.
And you're just like, yeah, I'll be there.
He lives, because I knew he lived in my building, and that gave a sense of safety. And then, and then I also have been working so much that I like need, for my own mental health, I need to like break it up a bit and just like walk away from my computer, walk away from my laptop and my phone,
be with the beings,
be with people and laugh and talk about nonsense. Like it's just fun. I just have, but I mean, the whole time I'm doing all these things right now, moving, opening a clinic, podcasting, it's all like, this is my dream. I mean, I'm happy to sleep on my couch while I figure out which bed I want to get. Like I don't even have toilet paper right now. I don't have time to order toilet paper. I don't have time to get like a shower, like a curtain. Like I it's not all together over here. Like there's so many tabs open, but it's fine because I'm just like, every day I'm showing up to what is the absolute most. I'm gonna look back on this one day and just be like, of course, like, because I'm also just, I don't want to be frenetic. I just want to keep soaking in this moment, because it's been like we were saying right before we hit the record button, I haven't lived on my own in 12, 13 years. And I'm kind of happy not having all my clothes here yet. I'm kind of happy just like being in this place of like just slowly arriving and not rushing the transition at all, and just being like, oh my gosh, it's because how many times in life are we going to get that moment where we're in an empty apartment looking around with no bed, and like this is just such a beautiful
and you don't have a deadline
moment. No, it's
not like you're like, oh, I'm here on contract, or I'm here on I have a plane ticket. Like there's no out for it. So in a good way, meaning you have the sense of openness, and there's no need for you to be in a hurry about it at all. I've never lived on my own. I can't even imagine how fucking great that would be. I mean, just to have, and I know you, and you'll make it a space that feels like home to you, and it'll just feel so great for you to have that groundedness.
Feeling drained, stressed, or stuck in old patterns? Panchakarma is Ayurveda's ultimate reset, clearing toxins, balancing your doshas, and restoring your vitality from the inside out. At Soham Healing Resort, every detail is designed for your transformation. Personalized therapies, nourishing meals, and deep rest in a serene sanctuary. As an Ojas Oasis listener, you'll receive $500 off your Panchakarma retreat with code OJASOASISPK2025. These retreats book quickly and often far in advance, so don't wait to reserve your place today. Visit sohamhealing.com/panchakarma, and you'll also find the link and code waiting for you in the show notes.
let's talk about your clinic too that you're opening.
Oh,
So what's
yes.
the deal with
Yes.
that? You're sharing
So
a space, or how'd
it's
that come to be?
it's been really, oof, it's all God. I mean, I know that because it's exactly what I wanted. I had a vision of
Mm-hmm.
this before this trip. I think it was early December. So I was coming out of that initial, oh my gosh, I'm done with school shock. Or
Yeah.
not the shock. I don't even know. I don't think shock is the word, but like
It's
the
like a
full,
vortex,
it's
I
a
feel like.
vortex. It's like, I've been doing this for, it might as well have been 80,000 years. Like it just felt like the
Yeah.
longest odyssey, right? That
Yeah.
was the odyssey of my life. Like that was testing every single thing I've ever preached on this podcast and beyond, everything I've ever believed. And it was like, are you sure? Are you sure you believe that?
Mm-hmm.
What about now? What about now? What about now? Like it just kept hitting. I was in a boxing ring with like Rocky for like 8 years, you know what I mean? But it was myself. It was like me
Just
versus
getting your
me.
ass kicked out there.
But
Yeah.
also sometimes it did feel kind of like, okay, what's going on here? Like I am
Yeah.
being,
Mm-hmm.
and that resilience was built over that time because I was like, I am not quitting. I'm not quitting.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not leaving this ring. If it kills me, so be it, but I'm not quitting. You're going
Mm-hmm.
to have to like take me out in a pretty irrevocable way for me to be removed from this arena because I'm in it. I'm in it
Mm-hmm.
no matter what it takes. And that was a decision, it was such a visceral one that was made before I even moved to California. I knew
Mm-hmm.
because I was fasting, I was meditating, I was crying my eyes out, I was talking to God for hours, and I was really clear that okay, if I'm going to make this move, this career move, this physical move across like if I'm really doing something this radically like off the beaten path, I have to be ready to suffer, but suffer on my terms. So I
Yeah.
chose
Yeah.
my flavor of suffering, which is okay, I'm going to go for my dream. This is really what I want. This is really who I am. I'm going to have to fight for the chance of a lifetime to actually get to be who I am and
Mm-hmm.
to be kind of proof of concepting a lot of things that didn't exist yet. So yeah, I once I finished school, it was like I need a moment, right? Like that also needed time and space to settle. And then early December, I was just sitting at my dad's house in Chicago, empty house. He was in Miami, and it was late. I think I had just done the sauna, like my personal sauna thingy, and or like done a couple days of like intense yoga and kitchery. Like again, when you're making complex or you're feeling complex things in your body, it's really good to eat really simply. So I was just eating, like I made a huge vat of kitchery. I was
Mm-hmm.
having my tea, got off coffee for a couple days, sitting in this meditation. All of a sudden, the insight of you're going to move to Austin and you're going to open your clinic there. I'm like, who said that? You know what I mean? Like that was just such a clear truth and knowing deep within me. And I'm like, okay. And then I saw it, and then I saw where my clinic was going to be, and I saw where I was going to live. And that's, I mean, we're about less than 2 months later, and it's exactly what ended up manifesting. So, and I told my mom this before I even got to Austin. I told her, I'm going to have my clinic here and I'm going to move there. And she's like, okay, well, sounds great, but I don't know how you're going to do
Yeah.
that. And I'm like, I don't know either. I have no idea. But
Execution.
that's,
Yeah.
you know,
It gets figured out. Yeah.
so the place that my clinic is opening is in this wellness village called Casa de Luz.
Mm-hmm.
It's a really unique little pocket in Austin. It's like this oasis, of course. You
Mm-hmm.
you walk by it and you don't even realize that it's a path to like all these health practitioners and the owner doesn't like us to call it a vegan restaurant or vegetarian restaurant. He calls it the dining hall, but it is pretty much a macrobiotic diet. And there's different practitioners. There's also a cacao lounge. My friend Neil owns this cacao lounge called Third Eye Cacao. They also have several yoga studios in there. So there's constantly workshops, meditations, Bhagavad Gita talks. There's puppy yoga. People are doing puppy yoga in there. People are doing like journaling in the quantum, like all the self growth, all it's like my paradise basically. Like it's all I'm like, oh my God, all day long I just want to sit in all these rooms and just learn how to,
Yeah.
I don't know, do all these things. Like, and
Is it all under one roof, or are they all separate buildings, or what's it like?
it's like an outdoor, there's a lot of outdoor space. There's also a playground for kids because he wants he wants it to be filled with kids, which is so cool
Yeah.
because that just
And
the presence of
realistic.
kids running around changes the vibration. It raises the vibration
It's
of the
good for
whole
everyone.
village.
God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's always kids there, babies, and it's just, I love it. And there's such a sense of community. There are people that go there every single day. There's someone who does Reiki, there's a chiropractor, there's someone who does massage, there's someone who does tarot card reading and like psychic intuitive readings.
So how'd the space come about that, or how'd the offer come on the table for you? And you're sharing the space, or how does it work?
No, it's my own. So I was introduced to actually, no, I met the owner of the whole place back in May. My first, after the Nama conference, I came to Austin, drove to Austin from Dallas, and was taken by my friend to see this place called Casa de Luz that he had heard about. He had never been. He really wanted to go. And I was like, okay,
I
what is
remember
this
that. I didn't
place?
remember you were going straight. I didn't know that was the name of the place that you were going to, and that is the
Hmm.
same as the one you're at now. Okay, great.
And then I was sitting there one day and I see this guy and he just looks so warm and sweet. And I'm like, I bet that's the owner. He's got this like energy, very humble,
Hmm.
but like, I don't know, it kind of just like takes a leader to know a leader sometimes. You're just like, I just feel like he is the guy. He was not flat. He doesn't have that air about him whatsoever, but I was like, it would be owned by someone. Like this magical place would be owned by someone like that is what I would like imagine it. So I just go up to him. I'm like, you own this place, don't you? And he's not wearing a uniform. He's not wearing anything that would be obvious to make him, he didn't even want me to know. Like it was like very like, shh, 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 don't, no, no. He didn't want me to draw attention to him. But I was like, this place is paradise. It's magical. I love it. Thank you for making it. And so that was back in May 2025. And fast forward this past December, late December, I was introduced to someone who had an herb shop at Casa de Luz. And he seemed like he was very much on his way out. Like he didn't really want to be there anymore. And then I had a meeting with the owner like a few days after that. And he was like, why don't you just take that space? And I'm like, really? And he's like, yeah, we would love to have you. Like it makes sense for there to be an Ayurvedic practitioner in the wellness village. I mean, and that's what I was thinking when I first got here back in May was how is there no Ayurveda here? Like
Hmm.
that's crazy to me because they're in the dining hall when you're exiting above the door, you see an Ayurvedic proverb from Charaka Samhita. When diet is correct, medicine is of no need. When diet is incorrect, medicine is of no use. That's written, and then it says Ayurvedic
Mm,
proverb written underneath. And I'm like, okay, so they've got Ayurveda here, but they don't have an Ayurvedic practitioner.
mm,
Okay,
hmm.
that's interesting. So it's just all, it all manifested from that very first, honestly, if it hadn't been for me going to the Nama conference, I wouldn't have come to Texas. I wouldn't have gone to Austin. I wouldn't have fallen in love with Austin, wanted to keep coming back. Then my friend Trent invited me to this retreat in Wimberley, which is like a 45-minute drive outside Austin. And yeah, I don't know. I just kept falling in love with Austin deeper and deeper each time I came here. And then it was all intuition like, oh, okay, I'm not supposed to leave. And before that offer though came on the table, I was just there were 4 nights in a hotel room where I was really contemplating what am I doing? Like I don't know what I'm doing. I just feel like I'm supposed to be here, but I don't know. So then I come to Casa de Luz one day, all these magical things just start happening and I'm like, "Oh, I just had to show up." Like
Hmm.
I had to show up
Hmm.
and be like, "Yes,
Yeah.
I want this. I'm here for this. I'm willing to be here, boots on the ground." And I think because I just kept coming back every single day, people started getting familiar with me, getting to know me. I was really embraced with open arms by this community. And it's just been a dream, just a total dream come true. And can't tell you, like, I'm on cloud nine over here. I'm really like grateful and finally rooted for the first time in a long, long time.
Oh, it's incredible.
My nervous system is just like, thank you, Sasha. Thank you.
Totally. Total relief. Yeah. How often are you going there? Like
Every day.
what's the current state of, like, where do you need to furnish everything still? Like when are the doors open? Like where are you at? And what's not to be like, what's your plan?
Totally. No,
Ish.
totally. Where am I in the, it's a valid, very valid. Of course, like you want it, if it's open, it's like everyone come on, check it out. No, I had to repaint the whole thing. We had to varnish shelves, wooden shelves that had any kind of seal on them. So I had to pick the paint out. That was a thing. And then all the walls had to get repainted. And then like what are those things called that like cover the sockets of the electrical outlets? What are those like? Anyway, those were like old and had to be replaced. These little things that you don't think about until it's your space. And you're like, I do notice all the things, and I want it to feel really good and clean. And it's a clinic. Like people are coming in there to heal. And I want there to really be a sense of intention.
Oh, it matters.
Like intentionality, attention to detail, and refinement, because then when you're in the correct environment, that's when you heal in the right energy, right? So now all that is done. So the next step is I have to make signs today, designing some signs for right outside the shop, and then also at the front, because when you first walk in, there's signs pointing you to like what's in here. Like as you keep walking down the path, you need signs to kind of like tell you how to get where you're going and where everything is. So literal signage to like find the shops that you want to find. So I have to make 2. And then, yes, I have to furnish the clinic. I have to get 2 chairs. I don't have my car here yet. So I'm actually relying on my new friend Shang, who this whole loop started because I wanted to tell you that he does mind mapping. We were talking about getting like a whiteboard, and now that helps with stilling the changing crazy states of mind. So he's like, let me help you mind map for the clinic. And I'm like, really?
Oh, fun.
Yeah. So he's going to help me mind map. And then we're going to go to like Goodwill and Home Goods and all over. We're just going to go to a bunch of places looking for like the right chairs. And then I have to order a bunch of bulk herbs from Kerala for the apothecary section. I have to get a bunch of medicines. We can't actually call them medicines. We have to call them supplements. So we'll call them Ayurvedic supplements, ancient formulas. But
sure. How many rooms are there? Like, what's the setup? Are you going to have a private room where you're doing consults? Are you going to have an open space, or what's it like?
It's one room. It's an open layout. It's wide. So you walk in. It's not very deep when you walk, like a rectangle. So you walk in, and you're going to walk in and you're going to see a bunch of products. It's going to be a retail space. And then to your left, there's room. It goes in deep toward the left. And then there's room for like a more private one-on-one, the consultations that I do with people who want to work with me in person. Yep. So there's going to, when I'm in session, I'm not, obviously the shop will not be open. It's a room for both shopping for Ayurvedic products and supplements, herbs, because I'll also be carrying other types of, I'm also going to be coming out with an Ojas Oasis line of products as well. Like I'm going to be doing scrubs for Vata, Pitta, Kapha. So I have to make labels for that, and like other various things like essential oils and things. But so I need to get like a rug, a table, floating shelves, all the products I have to order. The neon sign is coming.
Would you do like walk-in? If you're just there hanging out, just getting work done, or just doing, and somebody just walks in and you end up chatting and they're like, can we do an intake right now? Would you do that? Or offer some kind of walk-in service, not just product stuff, but like with you?
I think I'd have to have that built into the mind map that I'm going to create, which is walk-in hours. Like I need to have like a set, like knowing that don't have anything else going on in that window. Sure. Where it's like, okay, from like 1 to 4 is walk-in hours. You walk in and you might,
Friday you might afternoons, whatever.
Yeah, you might just catch me and I'm free and I'm in there and I'm working on other stuff, and we can sit down and do it because I've already carved that time out for that purpose. But it
Mhm.
won't be like an open-ended free-for-all where anyone, but unless people
Yeah.
just want to have things like their tongue and their pulse checked, things like
Mm.
that. And then, but yeah, for the most part, I want to offer authentic Ayurveda, which is
Mhm.
deep. It's not come in and we'll talk for 10 minutes and here's some products. Like
Mhm.
it's yes, that's the capitalist model that we all have come to learn, and we just go with that because it is probably more economically
Mhm.
viable for most people. But my biggest thing is, and I've said this from the beginning, is I'm doing this for a higher calling. It's not for myself. So I want people to know what Ayurveda is. Why did I even open a
Mhm.
clinic? Because I want you to know what Ayurveda is. I want you to experience
Yeah.
it. So I
Yeah.
want you to be able to
It's
come in
it's a
and,
value-based care system,
yes.
which is more based on outcomes and not what's produced or what, I don't know. It's hard to explain the capitalist model, but it's more based on, like, this is an actual thing. Value-based care is a model where it is truly more about the outcomes and whatever it takes to get there to have the successful outcome. And that's how the
Exactly.
patient pays for stuff based on that. And it's just a
Right.
different.
The prices are higher because we're giving more, and
Mhm.
we're giving more time, we're giving more attention to detail. You become, for those hours that you're with me, you're all I mean, as it should be, right? Like, but I'm incredibly deeply present with what I'm looking at when I'm looking at an
Yeah.
intake, when I'm asking
Yep.
these questions. I have to be, because I'm
You have to
looking,
be.
I have to
Yeah.
basically, I'm investigating, like, why is this person sick? And if there's
Mhm.
no obvious things in the paperwork, then I have to put on my investigation hat and take out the magnifying glass and really be looking around. And sometimes it's the
Mhm.
nonverbals,
Mhm.
you know? It's
Totally.
like the
Yeah.
avoidance or the eye contact things, or like how the people are holding their weight. And I can see it, like I can see where people are holding their stress right
Mhm.
away. They walk in, I see it
Mhm.
right away. I can feel it. I
I
can see it
know,
in the voice and the face. Like, there's so many telling details. If you're really paying
for
attention to
sure.
people.
I've been having that thought lately. I've been doing Zoom therapy for the last, ever since I guess 2020.
Mhm.
And before that, I used to go to her office every week or every other week or something. And I'm like, it's different now. I don't think there's as much transmitted. You are so much more honest without knowing it when you're in person with someone, because they can just see all your shit laid out there with just by telling how they're speaking to you or where they're holding their hands or their feet or whatever, their weight or their stress.
Yes. And at the same time, I'm grateful for the ability to do the remote calls, because that makes
Yes.
this way more
You can still get a
accessible.
ton.
Right. You
Yes.
can still get a
Yes.
ton. I mean, it's worked. It really has worked.
Yes.
And,
Yes.
now there's another option, which is finally you can see me
Yeah.
in person. And
Yeah.
I mean, I love this work so much. It's so weird to even call it work at this point, because it's just, but it is work. But
Hmm.
what do you call it when I feel like, how in other languages there's like 50 different words for love.
Yeah.
I feel like
Yeah.
that should be the same for the word work, because there's different types
Yes.
of
You know what
work.
yes. I actually, sorry to interrupt, but I had this conversation with Enzo the other day, and a word I like using is trade, because he has this magazine or something and he saw TM. And I think Matt probably taught him what TM means, because Enzo was like, that means nobody else can take this name. And he was like, what does TM stand for? And I said, trademark. And when I broke it down, okay, a trade is what somebody contributes to the community in exchange, likely for something else. That's kind of what this whole thing is. And I was like, when you put a mark on it, you're kind of like, this is my work and I don't want anybody else to, like, this is what that was my explanation of trademark loosely. But I thought trade was a good way to put it, because you could call, whether you're a doctor or a plumber or a teacher or a writer or whatever, that is your contribution. And it is a trade. It's all kind of an exchange, right? Of, I will offer you this and this is what we get back. And I don't know if I'm explaining it well, but instead of calling it work, maybe not instead of, but I try to explain, quote, work as the trade,
I love that.
your contribution, and there's something
Great.
back, whether it's money or something else, that's kind of changed things in my head this week. And I was like, that's a good way of thinking about work.
Right.
Right.
I love that. I love that
Doesn't it
word.
make sense?
Yes.
Probably. And that's kind of what it started out as, right? I feel like that's what hundreds of years ago, that's what people called it.
Yes. Your vocation is another way to say it.
Yes.
I
Yes.
mean, it's just
Yes.
like work is just like you immediately associate that with some kind of negative connotation of immense effort and
Yeah. Oh,
resistance
you
and
have to.
right, obligation, respect. Like it's just a heavy word and
Yeah.
mm, maybe it's
Yeah.
time to throw in a couple more, options
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
what we are doing with our lives every day,
And it makes us think about, yes. And it makes us think about,
Mm.
what are you contributing? Like, that's what work is. You're helping people do something. You're doing some kind of contribution, whether it's artistic or technical or whatever. There is some giving being
Yes.
done. Right. So it's important to think about, what do you like to give? What do you have to give? What can you contribute, instead of, yeah, work. You're right. It has like a slug to it, some kind of negative feel, or this like, you must.
Yes. Yes. There is a contamination of the word and I don't know when that
Yeah.
happened if we wanted to go and study what like when I'm
Mm-hmm.
sure there's historically something, probably a war that happened, and then they were using this word, and then you're like, oh, war,
Mm-hmm.
work, war, and but yeah, this is not a dress rehearsal. This is our lives, and the things that we're doing add up, and it's like the sum total of our life is our things we're doing every single day. So making the
Mm-hmm.
decision, and also I would highly encourage people to see the value in what they're doing, even if so many people are quick to like write off what they're doing as like not important or not
Yeah.
significant. And
Yeah.
they undersell, actually, no, someone has to do that job. Like
Yeah.
we
Especially if
need
it's not
you.
paid.
Yes.
Yeah. Yep.
Everything that you're doing on a daily basis is serving something. And so really
Yes.
reverse engineering, you know, the judgment that you've placed on whatever it is you do for work,
Mm-hmm.
because it breaks my heart when people just it's like, wait a minute, you've been doing this for how many years? And you're going to,
Mm.
that's your life. I mean, let's hold on. Let's look at what you've made a difference. You have. You've done an
Yeah.
immense thing with your time. And I just, yeah, I think valuing yourself and what you're doing it's such a huge part of feeling happy in your life and feeling fulfilled in your life.
Yes. It's just the currency that we don't always agree on.
Right.
Right? Where you're like, is this, I mean, it's hard as long as GDP is how we place value on our world at large.
Hmm.
It's very hard for that not to be the North Star as to how to measure
Value.
success and value.
So
Yes.
success is a good one too. Yeah.
Achieving the highest value, you can call that success.
Hmm.
But if you're measuring health, happiness, these other things, it's a totally different value system.
Totally. And by the way,
Hmm.
you can have all those things. Like it's not always this or that. You can reach for the stars and there could be delays in your life or there could be detours, but all of those
Yeah.
things that even seem like delays and detours to getting paid what you feel you deserve or getting the promotion that you feel you deserve 10 years ago, whatever it is, even the things where you feel like you were rejected from something. You had an interview. Like I remember I had a 6-round interview back in New York and I didn't get the job. There were so many
Mm.
jobs that I lost out on in the corporate world where I was so devastated. I remember there was one where I actually had to there was a startup, a big one. It was actually HelloFresh. I don't know if I should say that
Mm-hmm.
on air,
Mm-hmm.
but they were looking
Mm.
for like a head of creative. And I was like, I love healthy food. I could make beautiful
Sure.
design beautiful campaigns for that. And it ended up being like I had to design a digital campaign for the new year and I crushed it. I mean, it was beautiful. It really was. I spent a lot of, by the way, they only gave us 24 hours to create that whole thing.
Yeah.
They wanted to test our,
Of course.
what can you whip up? What
Yes.
kind of magic?
Yeah.
So I did. And they ended up going with someone, it was between me and this other man. And they went with the man because he had more managerial experience than me. But they loved my aesthetic. They loved my design sensibility more, but he
Mm.
had more managerial experience. And I was just like, Oh God. Like I basically
Okay.
pulled an
Yeah.
all-nighter, and
Yeah.
I was just like, this game, man, it's hard. It can be really heartbreaking sometimes,
Oh,
you
yeah.
know? Like, and
Yes, I know.
that's,
It's stressful.
yes.
It is stressful because that is what you need to pay rent, which I am currently paying too. It's really stressful when that's how the model that we have to operate in, and no matter what we do, we're not getting the return on it. That's when it becomes stressful, when you're just like, okay, there actually is a necessity for this to be the currency that I'm
Right,
working in right
right.
now, to live in
Yes.
the United States of America with a roof over my head, right?
And
There has to
kids.
be, yeah,
And
and
kids
other people that
providing,
I'm responsible for.
right,
Yeah.
right. That adds
Yeah. So
a
there
layer.
is a reality to that, where yes, we can talk about health and happiness being the correct way to look at value and success, but it is reality that where we live, where we are on this earth, is a place that you need money to
Mm-hmm.
survive,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
literally. So it's hard. It can be really difficult to, yeah, to not question your value when times are tough in that regard.
You know what's interesting though? I will say when it comes to this specific aspect of life, this bucket of life, what do we call it? Financial health,
Hmm.
financial wealth, whatever,
Prosperity.
prosperity. But I think prosperity is a bigger umbrella because I also think like having good friends is prosperous and having
Sure.
access to good food is prosperous and like living in a
Yeah.
place where you can like go to a park and sit by a tree, that's prosperity too. But and health is the ultimate. I mean, obviously, yeah, if we don't have that, we can't even enjoy the money when we get it. But I will say that what those moments do for us. So it's all about perspective and the mind. We can look at that moment and be like, this is stress. This is not as it should be. Things should be different. And
Mhm.
therefore, I'm going to resist this moment of it's not going what this isn't what I want it to be. It's not, it didn't go my way. And therefore, that's what's stressing you out is because you're like, reality doesn't match what I want it to be. Now,
Yes.
if we trust the flow of life, right? If we have a different relationship with reality where we're like, that I wasn't supposed to get that job. That
Hmm.
wasn't the route that was of my highest possible
Hmm.
earning potential, or I wouldn't have done, whatever it may be. Like that wasn't it for me. Something better is
Hmm.
coming, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
And you start getting creative too. Like I think the best businesses have been started by people who kept getting rejected from jobs, couldn't find a job out of school, and they were like, fuck it, I'm going to start my own company. And then they like end up being billionaires like 10, 15 years later. Like those are the big companies now that are employing most of the country. Like that's the story behind, so rejection and hardship and the stress of, yeah, like maybe you're not meant to fit into the boxes that you're not being like invited into. Maybe you're supposed to create your own box and maybe it's not even a box anyway, right?
Hmm.
Maybe it's a
Hmm.
circle or like maybe there's no
Hmm.
lines to it at all, but whatever it may
Yeah.
be,
Yeah.
reframing the whole reality of the current situation, the current set of circumstances is what is it doing for us? It could be increasing our resilience. It could be increasing our capacity for gratitude for when things are easier and when money does start to like flood in, you're like, oh my gosh, thank heaven. Because if you never had the struggle, you wouldn't have the capacity for the gratitude of really being able to hold the blessings that are coming. So that contrast, yes, when you're in it, man, is it tough. I get it. And I have had it most of my life. I've had a lot of struggle most of my life in different arenas. But listen, my capacity now for joy, gratitude, the especially for my friends, because I was saying this to my friend Penn, who I actually interviewed yesterday for the podcast. I've been friends with him since I was 18. We met freshman year at Syracuse. He's helped me so much. I mean, my first marathon, I was able to run because he donated $1,000 to the charity that I needed to raise
Wow.
money for to be able to run the marathon. And I was telling him how not all of us are born into families that are like super supportive and cheering you on and believing in you. Some of us rely on our friends for those affirmations and for that
Yep.
emotional support. And I'm one of those people. And so my friends, when I have a friend who, like you, who believed in me enough to start this podcast. It's like you don't know how deep I feel it.
Mhm.
It's like, because I never had
Mhm.
it before you. I never had
Mhm.
it before
Mhm.
Penn. Like you have
Mhm.
exemplified, oh, this is what family does. Like this is, wow, there's
Mhm.
nothing in it for you. Like, I mean,
Mhm.
sure, like I love you. We're friends and this is fun and we connect and we get to have fun on the show. But like you're doing this selflessly in so many ways. And
Mm.
to get me going so that I can, it's like jump starting the whole thing so that I can get going. And the amount
Mhm.
of
Mhm.
opportunities, I mean, just having someone believe in you enough where they're like going to show up for you in the way that you have over
Yeah.
the years, like you can't put a price tag on it, especially again, because I had so much struggle. That's what brings the tears to my eyes. That's what, like, I'm able to feel the weight of the love and the weight of the value of you in my life. And so that's, yeah, like the reframing has been really important for me because I have had many moments in my life where I've been like, why does it have to be so hard? Like this is not, is this a
Mhm.
reasonable amount of again, we go, is this, how
Yeah.
long is this struggle bus tour of the country right now? Like, are we
Yeah.
gonna,
Yes. Yeah. When is there going to be some give?
yeah, like can we hop off and maybe stretch our legs a little bit and like, like is there a nice restaurant nearby? Like can we go for a little swim? Like I need to get off this bus. This bus is rough.
Oh my
It
God.
smells.
Yeah.
I'm claustrophobic. Like I got
Yeah.
to get out.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
But
All right. Well,
it's
you've gotten off the bus,
I've
I
gotten off.
think.
Well, don't say that because as soon as you say that, you know how
Yeah, I know. She's going to pull right up.
jinx. The bus is like, what did you just say?
Beep, beep.
Like it hears you. It has
Yeah.
consciousness.
Yeah.
But
Shit. Sorry.
no,
You're
it's fine.
cursed.
It's fine. No. We undid it. We undid it. We unraveled that. But because laughter and gratitude, I think that's how we get through these moments of
I
stress.
know. I was going to say that in the beginning, like if you can find laughter. And I was actually thinking about it. I'm like, I was such a bitch this morning. I should have been more humorous about my life, but instead I chose to be grumpy about it. But that's actually advice I give to new parents. If you're like in it with a baby and your partner or something, and there's just like shit all over the place, you have to look at the and just like
Oh,
laugh and be like,
there's
what
nothing
is
else to
happening right
do.
now?
No, why
What
would you?
can you do? Like
Literally,
if you are
yeah.
not going to survive,
If there's shit smeared on the
if
walls and you're
everything
not
is
laughing, I don't think you get the point of this
if
whole
everything is
exercise.
stressful, you are,
Yeah.
yeah, you're screwed.
Yeah.
Like you're just screwed. I really just think that's a key to survival, at least in that context. But I was going to say that when you first started talking about that shift change, it's so hard to do in the moment. It can be. You know, this morning I was so tired and just so grumpy, and everybody was just pissing me off. And I was just like,
Yeah.
and it's hard to be like, everybody sucks right now. You know? But, but when you can, it does shift the whole thing, and you're just like, what else am I going to do? I can be this is a choice. It's all a choice.
That's the
But
importance of community and friendships because, yeah, we're not always going to be able to see the humor in it. Someone, if
yeah,
we choose our tribe
well,
well, someone will find it and put and help you ventilate that shit that's
yes,
accumulated in your nervous system
yes,
and just been like, oh my God, I really needed that
I
laugh.
know.
Like you need to
Yeah,
sometimes laugh until you just cry because you're like, holy shit, this is really
it
hard.
needs to be brought out of you sometimes. Yes,
Yeah.
because if you don't have the capacity to recognize it and do that shift like quickly with yourself, somebody else sometimes like needs to yank you out of it. And be
Oh,
like,
yeah.
you know, get out
Of
of your.
course.
You're not seeing the patterns, so come.
Yes.
And
Yes.
it's sometimes planned and sometimes unplanned. But yeah, laugh it off.
I know we're about at the end of this episode. I did want to say quickly that I'm just so excited to say the words out loud that we are officially in season 8 of the
Oh yeah.
podcast.
Yeah, we just rolled right into it, but here
We
we
just
are.
rolled right in, but we came in to 2026 hot. Like I've never come into
Coming
any new
in
year.
hot.
I've never come in so hot into a new year. Like I've never. This is like the hottest January, I think, of my
Yes.
life. Januaries are
Yeah.
usually like hibernation and we'll wait
Mhm.
till the springtime basically to nope, we shot
Yep.
out the cannon. And
Mhm.
I'm just, yeah, it's all happening all at the same time. I couldn't do it
Mhm.
without you. You know
Mm.
that, but thank you for
It's so
another
fun.
season of this magic, and
Yeah,
it just keeps getting better. I just keep having more fun with this, and
it does. Yeah.
yeah, we're going to have a lot
Yeah,
of
it is.
we're going to have a lot of fun this season, and we're going to have a lot of dharmic entrepreneurs, people in the health tech space. Austin is filled with people that really are conscious capitalists, ripe,
Mm-hmm.
conscious
Mm-hmm.
capitalists who are making businesses that
Yeah.
actually want to make the world a better place. So I can't wait to
Yeah.
introduce these
That's
people
so
to our
great.
community.
Yeah. What a great way to have conversations about integrative care, right? Conscious capitalism. What
Conscious
two words
capitalism.
to pair together? How great. That's exactly what we're trying to solve here is, bringing things, quote, to the West. That's
Yes.
capitalism, right?
Yes.
Modern life in modern society, right? So I'm really glad that there's that environment there that you can learn more about and share with us and other people. So this will be really cool. A great next chapter for sure. The
Cheers to
lotus is opening.
the lotus, one petal at a time.
Yes.
But yes, cheers
Yeah.
to the next chapter, and cheers to every
Yeah.
step of this journey with you. It just,
Mm.
man, do I count my lucky stars, And you're one of those.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Well, thanks. No, likewise. Likewise. I'm so excited for this. I'm so excited for this year. For you, it's going to be awesome. I'm really just week on week, I'm going to be eager to hear about the place and your apartment and your community. It's going to be so fun. It's going to be gorgeous. Also,
Yes,
get ready.
I
I
showed
can't
you.
wait. You're going to have a whole mood board. Oh God,
Oh yeah.
I can imagine.
Yep.
Yeah.
The art
I've
director
got the
in me is
palette all in
alive
my
and
head.
well.
Yes. Yes. Oh yeah. Yeah. I love it. Great. I've got to run. We've got some conversations coming out in the next couple weeks.
Yes.
Before this one.
Scott Hickel from Throne Science, and then Penn King from Bond Health.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you for holding the mic for an hour.
It's fine. I did strength training yesterday. I'm good.
Okay,
I'm good.
good.
All right.
Love you.
I got to let Mila in. I think she's at the door.
Okay, perfect.
I love you.
Love you. Before you go, if you're ready to dive deeper into your healing, check the show notes to book a 45-minute exploratory call with me. If you mention you're a subscriber of the podcast, you'll get 50% off your initial intake consultation. A 2-hour deep dive, normally $400, now just $200. You'll also find exclusive 20% discounts on trusted Ayurvedic herbs from Kerala Ayurveda and Gary & Son. Just click the links to apply the savings automatically. Ojas Oasis is a labor of love, a podcast born from a deep desire to share the timeless wisdom of Ayurveda, Vedic ritual, and holistic healing with seekers around the world. Every episode is carefully crafted to bring you inspiring conversations, ancient insights, and practical tools for living a radiant, balanced life. If the show has nourished your spirit, helped you feel more seen, or guided you on your healing path, you can now support our work by buying us a coffee or golden milk. Your support goes directly toward producing high-quality episodes, keeping the podcast ad-light and mission-focused, expanding our offerings to serve you even more deeply, and whether it's a one-time cup or a monthly offering, we are so grateful. Click the link in the show notes to support the podcast and keep the wisdom flowing.